In this video, I'll be breaking down the exact blueprint to grow to 10,000 followers on LinkedIn, even if you are starting from scratch. You see, most people think that growing on LinkedIn is about posting every single day and hoping that something sticks. But that's actually the worst way to do it. And that's why 90% of the people stay stuck under 5,000 followers forever. The reality is there are specific things that the fastest growing accounts have in common, and they have nothing to do with posting frequency. So if you're tired of posting into the void and seeing zero growth, you are in the right place, because this video is about to completely change how you think about LinkedIn growth. Step number 1, we're going to talk about profile optimization. Your profile is your first impression. This isn't just profile decoration, it's positioning. When someone lands on your page, they should instantly know what problem you solve, why you're the best person to solve it, and what to do next. First, your headline. It should say what you do. It should say what result you deliver. Example, instead of LinkedIn marketing expert, I use building content machines, founder of Distinctio.io, content strategist, and speaker. Why this works? Building content machines, I use this phrase a lot and it sticks. It positions content as a system that works for you like a 24/7 sales team. Then I layer in my role, founder and expertise, content strategist. Finally, I add credibility boosters like speaker. It goes from just a job title to a headline that sparks curiosity, shows value, and builds trust. Second, your banner and your photo. Think of them as a billboard. Your banner should instantly communicate your value prop, what you help people achieve, and your photo should be clear, professional, and approachable. Together, they set the tone before someone even reads a single word. Third, your about section, it needs to follow this formula. Problem, solution, proof, CTA. A lot of people write their life story. Don't do that. Nobody's scrolling LinkedIn to read your autobiography. So the problem is where you show you understand your audience's pain. That's what makes them keep reading. The solution positions yourself as the one who knows how to fix it. Then the proof is all the numbers, the results, the stories. This is where trust is built. And the CTA tell people what to do next if they want the same results. You can get personal here, but in a way that ties back to your audience. Share experiences that talk to their challenges and explain why you understand them. Before the optimization, I was getting very few profile views a day. After applying these changes, I started getting a lot more qualified leads, more views, because when your profile is optimized the right way, you turn LinkedIn from a resume into a lead magnet. Here are some extra tips you can apply today. Put some SEO muscle behind your LinkedIn profile, and here's how. Add 5 relevant services skills to your profile, but be strategic about it. These functions are searchable keywords on LinkedIn's algorithm, so like content strategist has related terms like content marketing, brand storytelling, copywriting. When someone searches for these words, you'll show up in the results. Customize your LinkedIn URL. Change it from LinkedIn's random numbers to something keyword rich, like your name, content strategist, your company. Better for SEO and way more professional when people search for you. Optimize your featured section with your best performing content. Don't just pin random posts. Choose content that demonstrates your expertise. Add keywords to your experience and services section. Make these sections work harder by including keywords that help people find you. Describe what you do, show how you help teammates, and include numbers that prove your success. Step number 2, expand your network with relevant connections. Here's where I used to waste my time. I connected with random people. That's not growth. It's like vanity metrics. You want to connect with people who could actually become customers, partners, or amplifiers of your content. The problem most people have is their content is being shown to irrelevant people, maybe 2,000 connections who aren't their ideal customer. That's why engagement feels dead and nothing converts. Here's a process that gets 65% acceptance rate. Step 1, find LinkedIn posts that attracted relevant engagement from your industry. Look for posts about topics your ideal clients care about, not random viral content. Step 2, filter those engagers using Clay or manually. Make sure they fit your ideal customer profile. Step number 3, take that filtered list and set up a Hey Reached campaign with a hard limit of 20 to 25 connections per day to avoid getting restricted. Step 4, start engaging with these people on LinkedIn once they accept. Step 5, see better results in just a week. The key is a follow-up. Engage with their content. When they post something relevant to my expertise, I leave thoughtful comments that actually add value. This creates reciprocal visibility. They see me in their notifications, they remember my name, and start recognizing me as someone someone who actually knows their industry. The goal isn't immediate sales, it's building familiarity. So when they're ready for a solution I provide, or when someone asks them for a referral, my name comes to mind first. This strategy transformed my network from random connections to a feed full of decision makers who actually care about what I share. Step number 3, build your strategic engagement and learn how to engage. Engagement is currency on LinkedIn, but random engagement is worthless. You need to be strategic. First, customize your LinkedIn feed, unfollow accounts that don't serve your goals, and follow accounts where your ideal clients actually hang out. Here's my engagement strategy. I spend 15 to 30 minutes every morning engaging with posts from my target audience. I don't just like, I leave thoughtful comments that add value. I focus on posts with 10 to 50 comments because I used to comment the wrong way. I would either just repeat what the post said, but in a different way, or drop a quick, great post and move on. That doesn't start a conversation. It just gets ignored. Like in life, a better approach is to add value, share a quick story, and bring a new angle that makes people want to reply. That way your comment stands out, the author appreciates it, and more people notice you. And here's a big one. Don't be afraid to respectfully disagree. If you see things differently, say so. Just do it in a constructive way. Disagreement done well builds credibility. But never be rude. Nobody remembers the troll who won an argument, but they will remember the person who had a perspective with respect. Here's an example of a comment that makes the conversation richer. Reading this took me back to a project where we tried to force growth without problem-solution fit. Here's a tip on how you can easily organize the people you want to engage with daily. Create an engagement list using a simple Excel sheet. This is what we do for all our clients and ourselves. Add people based on their role, CMO, VP of marketing, their industry, B2B SaaS, tech, startups, or content themes they post about. Then you can have a master list you check every single day instead of hunting through your feed and losing track of key connections. Step number 4, content strategy and examples. Content is king, but context is queen. You need both. I focus on 3 types of content. Authority posts demonstrate expertise. Authority posts are content that shows you know your stuff. They position you as someone worth listening to because you're sharing insights, frameworks, and real experiences, not just opinions. Here's how you can create one. Share lessons learned from your work or mistakes you've made. Break down frameworks or processes that you actually use. Use numbers or proof, metrics, case studies, results, so it's not just talk. This one worked because it went against the grain. I shared what happened when we ignored the usual LinkedIn rules. Instead of sounding like theory, it came with proof. 700 likes, 120 comments, and 85,000 impressions. That's authority. People see results, not just words. Then lead generation posts attract prospects. These posts are designed to spark interest from people who could actually buy from you. They don't feel salesy, but they show the results you create. This one worked because it tells a quick story and it backs it up with proof. It's not hire me. It's look what happened because of this approach. That subtle proof makes the right people lean in. Another example might look like if your LinkedIn outreach response rate is below 20%, here's probably why. That type of post brought in a wave of conversations with qualified prospects straight from the comments. Storytelling posts build connection. Authority posts show expertise. Lead gen posts attract prospects, but storytelling posts build trust. These are where you get personal, not in a fluffy Dear Diary way, but by sharing your journey, struggles, or turning points people can relate to. This works because it's honest and human. I wasn't just sharing numbers. I pulled back the curtain on the process behind them. That kind of openness makes people stop scrolling because it feels real, and hopefully it is. A storytelling post could look like 2 years ago, I was sending 100 cold emails a day and getting nowhere. It felt like shouting into the void. Today, inbound leads find me because of the content I post here. It's not just a story, it's a bridge. People are themselves in your journey, and that makes them trust you faster. You don't have to tell the story about how you met your wife. You just need to be human. But here's the real key. No matter what type of post you make, how you frame it matters. Here's like a bad example. Just close another deal, grateful for my team, #blessed. That's just bragging. It doesn't teach. It doesn't inspire. A good example could be, we just helped a client generate $47K in pipeline using one simple LinkedIn strategy. Here's exactly what we did. That shares a win and delivers value. It makes people curious and shows them how you can help. You see the difference? It's value over vanity. And when you look at analytics, this is what actually matters. Comments over likes, aim for like a 10-to-1 ratio. Profile visits from your posts. Connection requests from people who engaged with your content. That's how you know your content is doing its job, building authority, trust, and opportunities. Speaking of LinkedIn strategy, check out my LinkedIn profile as Deandra Escobar. I share this kind of content all the time, from LinkedIn growth tips to real client case studies, behind the scenes insights, and frameworks you can actually implement. You'll see exactly how I apply these strategies in real time, plus get access to frameworks and insights I can't fit into all of these videos. Plus, I'm working on a really exciting project I will be able to share soon. Step 5, what to do when you post. Posting content is just 20% of the work. The other 80% happens after you hit publish. First hour rules. Reply to the most comments you can within the first 60 minutes. Engage with other content and creators. Send the post to 5 close connections. Optimal posting times 8 to 10 a.m. EST for B2B content, but test your own audience. Your optimal time might be different. Here's like an author comment hack. After publishing, comment on your own post with additional insights. This kickstarts engagement and gives you more space to add value. Example, main post about LinkedIn strategy, then I comment, one thing I didn't mention in the post, we've also seen great results when posting content is just 20% of the work. The other 80% happens after you hit publish, like I said. Step 6, becoming a media engine. Text posts are great, but visual content is where you really scale reach. Carousel posts, you can create them in Canva using simple templates. This carousel about why is LinkedIn SEO so important got 25K likes and 24 reposts because it was easily digestible and shareable. Video content gets supposedly pushed harder by LinkedIn's algorithm. Even simple talking head videos perform well. It's a great way for people to get to see the human behind all your content and get to know you better. The repost strategy. When someone shares your content, that's algorithmic gold. Create content that people want to repost, frameworks, tips, contrarian takes. Pro tip, every month I turn my best performing text post into a carousel and my best carousel into a video. This content recycling strategy alone doubled my reach. Step number 7, collaborations for distribution. Want to tap into someone else's audience? Collaborate. Types of collaborations. Maybe a LinkedIn live session. You can share audience and create content together. Cross-commenting on each other's posts, which can boost visibility by showing up in each other's feed. Guest posting in each other's posts or newsletters. Fresh voices for your audience. New reach for you. Tagging people in your posts. If someone did research you found valuable or shared an insight that struck with you, mention them. People love being recognized. They'll often engage back and their audience will see you too. Here's a real example. I wrote a post about attribution dying and lift-based measurements. I took Rand Fishkin's concept, designed it with our own visual treatment, and properly credited him throughout the post. The result? That post brought me multiple new connections and leads. Many specifically mentioned they found me through that post. Rand's audience discovered me because I properly credited his insights while adding my own design perspective, and it opened up conversations with marketers I never would have reached otherwise. When you give credit where it's due, you're not just being ethical, you're strategically expanding your reach to someone else's engaged audience. Step 8, the qualification and outreach system. Growing your network in Step 2 is important, but if you stop there, you're just collecting names. The real growth comes from turning engagement into conversations. Here's how I do it. Identify who's engaging. Every like, comment, or profile visit is a warm signal. A tool like Trigify can help you automatically scrape that. Qualify them with AI. Not everyone who engages is a fit. I use Clay with a GPT AI agent that scores prospects as a percentage based on how well they match my ideal customer profile. Anyone scoring 55 95% or higher get qualified for outreach. The AI analyzes their company description, industry, and LinkedIn activity to determine fit. For my agency, it looks for things like B2B SaaS, content marketing, LinkedIn strategy, signals that they'd actually need our services. Now, the warm outreach with HeyReach, I take the qualified list, drop it into HeyReach, and instead of blasting cold DMs, it sends personalized messages that reference their engagement. Here's an example. Hey Sarah, saw you commented on my post about LinkedIn audit strategies based on your role at company. Curious, what's been your biggest challenge with LinkedIn lead gen? For a more casual option, I like to send, when accepting connection requests, I'll just go with something simple like, hey, name, happy to connect. How did you find me here? Because I'm genuinely curious. This is my job. That's how you turn your followers into real pipeline. Now, if you like this video, you'll definitely want to watch this one where I share even more advanced LinkedIn strategies that most people never discover. These are battle tested with sweat and tears methods that I normally only share to my 5K plus per month clients. I'm breaking them down completely in that video. If you can take what you learned today and combine it with what's in that next video, you will be unstoppable on LinkedIn. So grab that free checklist from the description, implement these strategies like crazy, and I'll see you in the next one.